that. But the funny part about it, I heard this in Paulie told the guy actor Burt Young was telling a story on the making of where they only had one turkey. This is how low budget this shit was. They only had one turkey, and there were two teamsters in the back where he was throwing it with a carpet to catch it. And all Burt Young would do every take was just sort of like try and throw it way too far for them, and they would freak the fuck out and whatever, and they fucking hated him for it. Oh, he tried to piss them off with this turkey.
So he grinds her down basically, like, all right,
you're going because you're 30 years old and you ain't been on a date and all this shit.
This is the whole point of the Paulie character in this film.
Yeah.
At points, he's lovable, he's a lovable loser, he's Rocky's buddy.
Yeah.
But there are points, and we get it to it later when it's Christmas time.
Yeah.
Where he is just a fucking son of a bitch. He is just a bastard.
He is, like, I know people like this who are just beaten to fuck. They're beaten down, and all they know how to do is lash out at everyone. And I've seen this 1,000 times, and that's what this dude is.
Like, he's so good in this movie.
Yeah, he is fucking incredible in this movie. Like, this is weirdly enough, this is the only movie where he gets to shine, too.
Yeah.
Like, the rest of them, he's just kind of a side guy. But he's the catalyst in this movie.
Like, there's points where he's one of the protagonists, but there's one point where he's the clear antagonist of this film.
Yeah. Rocky almost kills him more than once. But it works insanely well.
Because he's a bit of an asshole here, but, like, later on, he becomes a piece of garbage.
Yeah, he really does. But weirdly enough, in this instance, he's absolutely right. You know? As big a dick as he's being, he's right. He needs to push her out of her shell or she's not going to get out of her shell. Yeah. I've seen this, I've seen this kind of thing a bunch of times, and it's like, looking at it going, hell, I was one of those people. Like, when I was younger, I wouldn't talk. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
You know, and I needed somebody to push me out of it, and it's weird, but, like, I would say the way he's going about it is wrong, but it's kind of like a Bond villain. You see their point, but the way you're doing it's so wrong.
Yeah. So he convinces her, she gets dressed, her and Rocky go on a date.
He doesn't convince her, Rocky does.
Oh, right, because he just gets all, door.
Yeah, he gets all pissed off, and Rocky's like, well, let me try. And he tries talking to her, he's like, I feel stupid doing this. And, no, you're doing fine, Well, you know, Adrian, I think we have a good time, you know? And then she opens the door, and she's fully ready to go. I'm like, well, she made up her fucking mind a while ago.
So they go ice skating. But it's Thanksgiving.
Yes.
We're closed. Hey, come on. Like...
Hey, man. It's fucking haggling. By the way, the fucking gangster guy handed him $500. Or no, he handed him $50 for the date.
Yeah.
Because he knows that he's on a date, because everybody fucking knows.
I mean, the fucking driver didn't help.
Yeah.
Basically saying, hey, she's simple, right? Simple people like the zoo. He didn't say the word simple.
Yeah.
He said the other word.
Ironically, in the sequel, he takes her to the zoo. But...
It's true.
But, like, so he's haggling with the asshole. It's like, we have $10, 10 minutes. How about $5? $5, 10 minutes. No, come on, man. It's Christmas.
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
$8.
$8, man. All right, we're good. $8. No, $9. $10. All right.
$10.
$10. And he fucking peels him out. I'm like, this isn't even your money. But
you had $58. You could have.
I think this is just the comic book retailer in me getting pissed off listening to people haggle for nothing. You know what I mean? But
so
weirdly enough, in the original,
here's the money. Give her to Blades.
In the original script, it was actually supposed to be a working ice rink with 300 extras. When
they had that kind of money.
Nope, that wasn't it. No. They had it all booked, and they had it ready, and they had the 300 extras booked. On the day of filming, only one guy showed up.
And that's the guy.
And that's the guy who, So what they did was,
all right,
Stallone,
guess you're getting right part in this film.
Write the scene.
Yeah, and this guy gets lines now.
Yeah, you're an actor now, and
So that was just supposed to be a guy in the ice.
Yeah, there was supposed to be. I don't know if he was supposed to be, but I assume he was.
I think that's just hilarious now that this guy shows up and now he's in a scene with Sylvester Stallone forever. He could be like, I was in that scene with Stallone. I was in that scene with
Stallone. I'm the guy. I'm the guy he haggles with for the ice, and he fails miserably, because fuck that guy.
So, Adrian gets Blades.
Yeah.
Rocky does not.
Well, Rocky doesn't like to skate, you know.
So they go around, and throughout the scene. 8 minutes!
Yeah.
4 minutes!
Well... In the script again, like back when it was the bunch of people, it wasn't him yelling out 8 minutes. It was actually the guy going, "Hey, if you're not going to wear skates, you need to get the hell off the ice."
Yeah.
And he refused. That's why they kept going. That was the original point.
So he's, explaining basically why he likes to fight or why he fights.
Why he's a boxer. Because I can't sing and dance,
Because this whole date is about, I just don't get why you fight.
Yeah. She just constantly is like trying to figure out what it is, and he's trying to explain it and failing miserably, which I think is amazing, which I think is the best part of it, of just like, he's trying to everything in his power to explain it to her, and she can't understand, because he can't explain it, because it's just one of those things where it's just something he does. And, I mean, that whole conversation would be done if he's just like, it's something I can do, but they don't do that. He actually tries to explain it, and it doesn't work, which is great.
Date ends. Walks her to his place.
Yes.
Basically goes, "You want to come in?" She goes, "No, I gotta go." "No, I'll come in." "No, I gotta go."
I really can't stay.
Yeah, kinda.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it. It had to happen.
It's a bit of that.
But she does want to.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I mean, she comes inside.
I do enjoy the fact that she was just like, but, because I've used this line, where she's just like, but I really gotta go. He goes, "Me too, I gotta go to the bathroom."
Yeah. The end there when when it's just his arm holding the door. So she goes in.
Yeah.
I love you. He's like, "Yeah, I got these turtles."
Turtles.
Yeah, I know. I sold them to you.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you sold me the mountain thing. I had to dig it out there because it kept falling. I'm like, okay, now I would have watched that all day long, watching the turtles fall off this island.
And, he gets close and...
He gets a little closer. She's nervous about the whole thing. She keeps backing up because, she's Adrian.
Yeah.
No, this would not fly in 2018, but whatever. It's 1976. Again, it's the same thing as the song. Like, she really wants to, but she feels like she shouldn't. Because she has a moment in there, actually. She says, "I should call Paulie because he needs to know where I am." And that's where Stallone walks out and just goes, "Hey, yo, Paulie, your sister's with me. I'll call you later."
Close the window.
Yeah. Because, again, like, he knows where you are. Stop worrying. Like, and that's all it is she just can't get out of her skin.
And eventually they kiss, and they go to the ground, and you can assume that they...
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's hard to tell. I mean, Paulie has some choice words about it. We'll get to that later, but... Well, we'll get to that in a minute. I'll explain what I mean in a few minutes.
So... Yeah, Rocky's watching himself on TV because he gets introduced as the opponent, and
immediately
they're making fun of him.
Yeah, and immediately Adrian is so much more relaxed. Like, she's literally sitting, cuddling up to him on the couch. It's like, it just took that little thing.
Glasses are off.
Yeah,
she's
more relaxed. Everything's cool.
Like, we later see her in, like, a nice little outfit or whatever.
She comes
out of her shell.
Yeah, she's coming out of her shell, like Cuff and Link. She's the turtle.
Yeah,
I guess. But yeah, like, they're making fun of him left and right, and he says he's pretty much okay with it. He's like, whatever, they're doing what he is. Paulie's not happy. No. Paulie's just done like, nice, go punch him and fucking break his lip and all this shit.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Make it look like an idiot on TV, Rock.
Although when they do push him off the stage, Rocky does start to get pissed. Like, he starts yelling at them.
This is where Gazzo gives him $500 for training. Like, here you go.
Yeah,
it's a gift. Pulls a cigarette out of his mouth. You're in training.
Yeah, none of that.
Mickey goes to see Rocky. Wants to be his manager.
Yep.
Basically goes, listen, I could have been someone. I didn't have a manager.
Yeah.
You need someone.
You need a manager. You need somebody to look out for you. Now,
look at my face. I got cut up. I used to look. I was beautiful. I was beautiful, Rock.
And he showed him a picture. Like, this is what I used to look like, Rock. Come on, you can look like this.
Explains like there was a fighter who once put a nail in his glove and punctured holes in his face.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus, boxing in the 30s sucked.
Talks about the one dude. By the way, the one dude who gave him cauliflower ear. How bad must that have been if it just happened with one? Like, that must have been some fucking pain.
And Stallone throws him out.
So, this is where it differed this was written on the spot.
Yeah.
That whole speech, because in the original script, he went for it.
No, he just
Rocky,
no
he didn't,
problem.
he hesitated and hemmed and hawed, but eventually,
he went, okay.
When Mickey breaks down in that scene where he's talking to the door, when Mickey breaks down, he sort of goes, fuck, he might be right, and let me throw something to the old guy, even though he's been kind of a dick. Because Rocky is that guy. Which he eventually does. But he gives what might be the best speech in the entire fucking movie that he's making up on the spot. Of just, everything, it stinks. Like, this place stinks, which was literally because that bathroom did, in fact, stink, which is where it came from. And he's just like, yeah, I'll fight him. I'm not going to win, but I'll fight him, Like, people
to fight, I'll fight the fight.
I'll fight the fight. You want me to fight the fight? I'll fight the fight. No, I can't do that. But, like, he literally is just yelling at him, like, you want me to do this. I'm your puppet. I'm your fucking meal ticket. I'm, everything, but
I came to you 10 years ago and you didn't want me, but now you want me.
But now you do, because I got this.
Now that I'm fight the champ.
Mm-hmm.
Now you come to me. Now you want to be my friend. Now you want to be my manager.
Exactly.
Get the hell out of my house.
Yeah, and then you get this beautiful moment of Burgess Meredith just, like, it started before that. Just, he literally is breaking down, but he doesn't do it because he's a proud old man, so he fucking walks out. This is and again, it was not planned, but it looked so fucking incredible, where Burgess, like, he's walking out, opens the door a bit, but shuts it because he forgot his hat. Literally goes back to get his hat, and then Stallone opens the door, sees he's still there, and pulls back. Not planned. None of this was planned. And he puts his fucking hat on and slowly walks. That's when Rocky starts yelling. Incredible moments of this. It just happened by accident.
And then he gets all the way down the street.
Yeah, he's almost halfway down the street.
Silence.
Rocky,
Rocky running out, rocking down the street. They have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky sticks his hand out. They shake. You presumably think, okay, you want to be my manager?
Yeah, you can do it, whatever. Puts his arm around him like, all right, old man, I got you. And
then he starts his training.
Mm-hmm.
First with raw eggs, which don't do that.
I want to try that
don't
so
do that.
badly. I know I would never be able to keep
told,
it down.
Like, yeah, don't do that.
Well, I mean, I've eaten raw egg many times in my life. Because actual Caesar salad has raw egg in it. Yeah. But I don't know if I could.
Just straight up broken.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could
consumed.
Eat. I don't know if I could swallow 6 fucking eggs. Right. And part of me was like, "Do you want to try an audio fucking thing?" I would have totally done that, but I just don't think I could manage.
And he goes on his run, which I'm like, "You're running in Chuck Taylors, man!" Like,
yeah.
That cannot be comfortable.
Those are not shoes meant for running, but I think that's the whole point. Like,
so this is his first run where you can clearly see he might be a boxer, but he is out of shape.
Yeah, well, he's been fighting, as Mickey pointed out, he's been fighting bums, so he doesn't need to be good.
He runs from his place to the iconic steps of the is it the Philadelphia?
It's the museum, I think.
It's museum.
I mean, they're referred to as the Rocky Steps now.
Where he runs up the Rocky Steps.
There's a fucking statue there now.
But he's like. And by the time he gets to the top,
he doesn't even get to the top. He gets to the second part before the top, and he just.
And you can see like he's holding his ribs. Yeah. He's fucking breathing out of his mouth, just and then he I guess slowly walks home.
Yeah.
Goes to see Paulie. They have a brief confrontation. He gets angry, starts punching the beef.
Well,
Paulie hits the beef, and then
Paulie's yelling at Rocky, which again. Why are you yelling at the boxer?
Yeah.
And this is where actually, Rocky's training thing doesn't actually, this punching the meat thing is not to be like, oh, this is what I can do. He's literally like, I'm saving your life by hitting the meat instead of you. Because you can see it in his eyes. Because
he's mad. And then Paulie's even like, Rock, you're going to break the ribs.
Yeah. No, he does say he broke the ribs, because that's what the cracking is. He's like, you're breaking the ribs. Because he's basically, you can see, if they cut to Paulie, and Paulie's eyes go wide of, I could be killed right now. That could be me. And he just sort of fucking, he does it's like you're breaking the ribs, and then in the shakiest voice possible, he's just like, you do that to Apollo, we're going to get charged for Moida.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, that is the shakiest voice ever, because he just realized how close he was to getting an ass whooping.
Basically Mickey ties his feet together on strings.
Because he has no balance whatsoever.
Yep, goes, listen, you need balance, kid. You're all over the place.
Yeah.
So if you can make your moves without breaking the string, you got balance, and with balance and your power, you can kill this guy.
Now, another cool scene in the original script, which I wish they'd kept in, but I know why they didn't, because it's pointless. The guy in the beginning who took his locker fucking comes at Rocky. Because, the TV cameras show up and shit like that, and this dude comes up to Rocky and was just like, oh, you're going to fucking fight the champ? I'll fight you right now. I'll whip your ass and I'll take your spot, blah, blah, blah. And just really keeps getting in his face, pushes Rocky down a couple times because he's got his feet tied up. And then eventually, one last time, Rocky just fucking, he's just whatever. As Rocky's coming up, he just fucking couple shots to the ribs and a fucking uppercut, and the kid's down for the count. And he just, basically just yelling at him, yeah, you want to fight me? You want to fight me? And whatever. And then Mickey pulls him away. I would have liked that scene, but
Yeah.
there's no need for it.
No, because you want to make him look more simple, like not
Yeah.
simple, but like not so aggressive. And just I'm gonna.
I mean,
fight everybody.
he does get pushed to the limit in that, but still, you know, you don't need it.
Adrian gives him a butt kiss
Mm-hmm.
with a bow on, so it's a gift.
Yeah.
I guess the owner never came back, and
He didn't.
Gloria,
Yeah,
the owner of the pet shop,
yeah,
give
just
him
like,
to
all
Rocky.
right, take the dog.
He can accompany you on your runs,
Yes.
on your morning runs.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky does a TV interview.